So I'll go.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 75 most unforgettable performances and moments to take place during the annual Grammy Awards.
So this is my cassette I'm sending you. I hope you hear it.
Number 75, Taylor Swift, Mean.
Your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me.
Though a banjo-toting Taylor Swift is a far cry from what some might expect, given her modern-day style, it's important to remember where she got her start. In 2012, Swift was still in the thick of her country phase.
You have pointed out my flaws again as if I don't already see them.
For the Grammys that year, she came to the stage armed with her trusty banjo, albeit a 6-string guitar banjo, or ganjo, and performed a rousing rendition of Mean.
Someday I'll be living in a big old city.
Little did we know that Swift was literally on the cusp of one of the biggest mainstream breakouts in history, shedding any genre restrictions to become the biggest pop star of her generation.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Number 74, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Midnight Train to Georgia.
He's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia.
Singers rarely come around quite as good as Gladys Knight, and backing vocalists definitely don't come around as iconic as the Pips.
Said he's going back to a simpler place and time.
Their 1974 performance of her signature song, Midnight Train to Georgia, doesn't need to do anything fancy. It's truly a timeless song, sung by one of soul music's most enduring singers. It also just so happened to take home the Grammy Award for Best R&B Vocal Performance by a Duo, Group, or Chorus that year. Gladys herself was in her absolute prime, and the Pips appeared to be having the time of their lives. A truly faultless Grammy performance.
I'd rather live in his world than live without him.
Number 73, Bono, Stevie Wonder, Alicia Keys, Brian Wilson, and all-star ensemble, Across the Universe. If there's one consistent strength that the Grammy Award shows have always had, it's bringing legendary artists together, sometimes in very unlikely combinations.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup.
Another thing that never fails to unite musical superpowers is a good cause. When the infamous 2004 tsunami in the Indian Ocean killed hundreds of thousands, an all-star lineup of musicians came together to raise funds and awareness.
Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes that
The group, led by Bono, Stevie Wonder, and Brian Wilson, took to the stage to cover the Beatles' classic Across the Universe.
Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
On the merits of the performance alone, it was a magical moment, but the added context takes it to a whole new level.
Something's gonna change my world.
Number 72, Adele, Hello.
Hello, it's me.
If there's one voice that truly defined the 2010s, it was unquestionably Adele's. Her debut studio effort, 19, certainly made a mark, but it was her follow-up, 21, that truly blew the doors off.
Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened?
Ever since then, Adele has been music royalty, and her appearance at the 2017 Grammys was truly a performance fit for a queen. She chose to sing lead single Hello, and despite how good it already sounded on record, she is truly the type of artist who comes alive on stage. In other words, Adele didn't miss a single beat, an awe-inspiring rendition. Number 71, Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand, You Don't Bring Me Flowers. When it comes to music in the 70s and 80s, pop music superstars didn't shine too much brighter than Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand.
you don't bring me flowers.
Their chart-topping hit, You Don't Bring Me Flowers, was greeted by a hugely positive reception, bringing the room to their feet in applause.
Used to be so natural.
Used to
talk about forever.
The two are at the top of their game during this performance. Their vocals are unmatched, and you can feel the heart and emotion in every word sung.
Think I could learn.
Sometimes big-name collaborations simply don't work out, but this pairing of Diamond and Streisand was a bona fide home run. Number 70, Olivia Rodrigo, Driver's License.
Got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about.
Taking to the Grammy stage the same night that you win Best New Artist comes with some real pressure. For Olivia Rodrigo, if there was even an ounce of stress on her to deliver the goods, it did not come out in her performance.
And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way.
She gave us a near-perfect take on her hit single Driver's License, proving beyond any doubt that she was ready to deliver on the hype.
I guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me.
The track also had the distinction of bagging her the Best Pop Solo Performance Award, marking a truly huge night for the 19-year-old superstar in the making.
You said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
Number 69, Britney Spears, Bottom of My Broken Heart, Baby One More Time.
Never look back, they said I was acting up.
For those of you who lived through the late 90s and early 2000s, hearing Britney Spears announce herself on the scene was like getting a glimpse into pop music's future.
Oh, baby, how was I supposed to know?
We were entering a golden age for pop music, and we didn't even know it. Spears came out looking like she was ready to conquer the world, performing 2 of her recent hits, complete with all the stage theatricality that you might expect.
My loneliness is killing me.
Little did we know just how much she would define the period of time that would follow. A true breakout performance.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Number 68, the historic Grammys tie. Though not a performance, we had to take a moment to give a mention to the bizarre turn of events that defined the 20th edition of the Grammy Awards.
Love, soft as an easy chair.
There was a tie between Barbra Streisand's Love theme from the movie A Star is Born and Debbie Boone's You Light Up My Life for Song of the Year honors. Although this has happened a bunch of times over the years, there has only been one instance of a draw in a major awards category.
You and I will make each night a first.
Naturally, this caused quite a lot of confusion and disappointment, which probably contributed to ties being avoided like the plague in the years that followed. Number 67, John Fogerty, Little Richard, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Coming Down the Road, Great Balls of Fire, Good Golly Miss Molly. When it comes to iconic Grammys mix and matching, pairing up John Fogerty, Little Richard, and Jerry Lee Lewis was a masterstroke.
You broke my will, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
This memorable medley took place in 2008, well after each man's commercial peak, allowing them to perform for an entirely new audience.
Run to the corner, gonna buy a diamond ring. Let me kiss me, make me ting-a-ling-a-ling. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Richard and Lewis got their start in the mid to late 50s, while Fogerty came on the scene a decade later in the late 60s. However, these guys didn't need too much of a push to gel perfectly as a performing unit, one of the finest celebrations of American music you could possibly put together. Number 66, the synthesizer showdown featuring Herbie Hancock, Stevie Wonder, Thomas Dolby, and Howard Jones. We would like to shake the hand of the man or woman who came up with the idea of an all-out synthesizer and guitar showdown at the 1985 Grammys. Just when you thought you may have seen it all, iconic musicians Herbie Hancock, Stevie Wonder, Thomas Dolby, and Howard Jones came together for something truly different. When we say different, we truly mean it.
He only wanted to be close.
close to me.
Even when you put the sheer audacity of it aside, musically, this show absolutely rocked. Sections of each artist's influences and composition took center stage, including Hancock's seminal piece, Rocket. It was just about as 1980s as it could get, but it was also one of the most ingenious ideas the Grammys production committee have ever come up with. Number 65, Queen Latifah, Macklemore, and Ryan Lewis featuring Mary Lambert and Madonna, Same Love Wedding Officiation. How often can you say you've watched 33 loving couples tie the knot on live TV? Well, the 2014 Grammys decided to take the overarching message of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis's Same Love and kick it up a notch.
The right-wing conservatives sticking to decision, and you can be cured with some treatment and religion.
With Queen Latifah officiating, the duo's smash hit was the soundtrack to this powerful display of love as a conquering force.
Do you each declare that you take each other as spouses?
Oh, and before we forget, we also had a cameo from the Queen of Pop herself, Madonna. It might just have been one of the most unique Grammy moments the show has ever put on since its inception. Number 64, Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around.
If you know anything about the history of music, you'll know that 1984 was perhaps the most stacked year of pop there ever was. Even still, very few songs from that era have had the type of staying power that Bonnie Tyler's iconic Total Eclipse of the Heart does. Her iconic performance at that year's Grammys managed to shoot the track right into the stratosphere. It's the type of song that needs a vocal powerhouse at the wheel, and while some singers might have crumbled under the pressure, Tyler came alive, stunning the audience in the process.
A total eclipse of the heart.
Number 63, Ella Fitzgerald and Mel Torme. What is jazz? It's not often you get to see two genuine legends and masters of their crafts playing off each other like this. In 1976, we had the good fortune to bear witness to Ella Fitzgerald and Mel Torme giving us all an education on jazz live on stage. There was no well-rehearsed choreography here, just two music lovers humorously showing the world exactly what their favorite genre of music is all about. If you ever do find yourself wondering what exactly jazz is, we wholeheartedly recommend that you take the time to enjoy this legendary Grammy moment. Number 62, Harry Styles, Watermelon Sugar.
Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening.
While it's true that there are nowhere near as many true rock stars today as there were in the good old days, Harry Styles is certainly flying the flag when it comes to his live performances.
I want your belly and a summer feeling.
The former One Direction star kicked off the 2020s by well and truly turning his glam rock dials all the way up to 11. His Grammy performance of Watermelon Sugar was full of 1970s swagger, updated for the modern age. Not only did Styles look the part in terms of his outfit, but he was also coming into his own as an all-around stage performer, a true coming-of-age moment for Styles. Number 61, Joni Mitchell and Friends, Both Sides Now.
Rose and flows of angel hair.
Seeing an icon like Joni Mitchell returning to the stage after years of scarcity was a touching moment. Mitchell has had her battles with health issues over the years, including a 2015 aneurysm that affected her speech and mobility.
So many things
I would have done.
However, with the help of some of her musical friends, she came through with a powerful version of one of her most beloved compositions, Both Sides Now.
I looked at love from both sides now.
Despite always being regarded as one of the finest songwriters around, her status only appears to be growing by the decade. This performance likely helped in introducing her music to a whole new generation.
I really don't know life at all.
Number 60, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, Up, WAP.
I said certified freak. 7 days a week.
Sure, they had to do a little bit of censoring here and there, but watching these two titans of modern hip-hop colliding on stage was a true joy. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion joined forces for the mega collaboration WAP in 2020, a chart topper that became one of the defining anthems of the year.
Now get your boots, hang your coat, but this way.
Naturally, the pair would come together to perform it on the biggest stage possible. It also gave Cardi B the perfect proving ground for her more recent single, Up. All in all, this performance was theatrical, powerful, and of course, laced with an undeniable attitude from start to finish. Number 59, BTS, Butter. K-pop icons BTS managed to bring a unique blend of fun and stylishness to their 2022 performance, taking their trademark choreography to a new level.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover, gone pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that.
Spy movies were the clear theme, and their hit single Butter was the chosen track.
Ain't no other that can sweep you like a rubber.
These guys came prepared to put on a show, with each of their 7 members having his own moment of shine.
We gon' make it rock, he said. We gon' make it bounce, he said.
V even had a brief viral moment with Olivia Rodrigo in the crowd, ensuring they left us with even more to talk about. It was a little James Bond, a bit Mission Impossible, but undeniably BTS.
Get it, let it roll.
Number 58, Mick Jagger and Raphael Sadiq, Everybody Needs Somebody to Love.
I'm so glad to be here tonight, so glad to be in your wonderful city.
It doesn't get too much better than hearing a collab between the legendary Rolling Stones frontman, Mick Jagger, and R&B icon Raphael Sadiq.
Someone to please, someone to please.
If you were expecting to hear Gimme Shelter or Sympathy for the Devil, you were out of luck. As it turned out, Jagger was in more of a mood to pay tribute to one of his favorite singers, Solomon Burke.
Need your sugar, I need you so bad.
Joined by Sadiq, he offered up a thrilling version of Burke's Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, which eventually got the whole room caught up in the groove. There's just something infectious about this track. And who better to sing it than the equally infectious Jagger? Number 57, Nicki Minaj, Roman's Revenge, Roman Holiday.
See me in that new thing, bumps is gagging. I'm starting to feel like a dungeon dragon.
Even if someone from the Grammy production team told Nicki Minaj that performing an exorcism on stage would be a bad idea, it's pretty clear that she was never going to listen.
Take your medication, Roman. Take a short vacation, Roman. You'll be okay.
In 2012, she was very obviously out to make a name for herself. And what better way to make an almighty splash than with a good old-fashioned dose of controversy?
I'ma put them in a dungeon under. On a girls they eating, they dying of hunger.
She performed her songs Roman's Revenge and Roman Holiday, sparking backlash from the Catholic League. Minaj herself later claimed that the stunt had caused her to miss out on awards in the years that followed.
They must be smoking a couple of OC. They want the outline, I get them a goatee.
Number 56, Miley Cyrus, Flowers.
We were good, we were gold. Kind of dream that can't be sold.
For an artist who has gone through as many creative U-turns and image switch-ups as Miley Cyrus, the fact that 2023 might have been her most successful year is kind of bizarre.
Paint my nails cherry red, match the roses that you laid.
When she came to the 2024 Grammys to perform Flowers, it was clear that she was on her victory lap. That's not to say that the performance was only special based on the context alone, though. Miley well and truly killed it from the very start to the very end, delivering one of the most impactful vocal efforts we've ever heard from her.
I can love you better than you can.
Number 55, U2, Beautiful Day.
The heart is a balloon. It shoots up through stony ground.
When U2 nailed their formula, it was hard to imagine a more radio-friendly brand of rock and roll.
You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place.
After yet another huge career high point with their recently released album, All That You Can't Leave Behind, Bono and company reminded the world why catching them on their next tour was essential at the 2001 Grammys. Though they could have picked any number of the tracks from that record, Beautiful Day was the one they went with. Despite being comprised of just 4 members, the band sounded like they could legitimately blow the roof off the place that night. Number 54, Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It?
Must understand, though the touch of your hand makes my pulse react.
Has there been a greater comeback in music than the one pulled off by Tina Turner? Well, the legendary singer overcame more than a few personal demons to eventually launch her solo career following the end of her partnership with her ex-husband Ike. Still, nobody expected her to become one of the biggest pop stars of the 1980s when the dust settled.
What's love but a second-hand emotion?
Her 1985 Grammy performance wasn't just about the strength of the song itself. It was also a statement about her status as one of the century's most essential singers. Hearing her sing What's Love Got to Do with It will truly never get old. Number 53, Stevie Wonder, You Haven't Done Nothin'.
So much concern, but not involved with decisions that are made by you.
Few artists, if any, have had such a long-standing relationship with the Grammys as Stevie Wonder.
It's not too cool to be ridiculed, but you brought this up on yourself.
Whether he's collecting his own awards, collaborating with contemporary artists, or paying tribute to other legends, he's a real mainstay. In 1975, on the back of yet another classic album in Fulfillingness's first finale, Wonder really brought his A-game when they booked him for a showcase of his latest material.
Jackson, along when we say
You Haven't Done Nothin' was his song of choice, and it lived up to expectations. Stevie is truly just about as clean and polished a live performance as they come. Number 52, Demi Lovato, Anyone.
I tried to talk to my piano.
Nothing has the power to summon up emotion quite like a triumphant comeback. For Demi Lovato, she almost lost everything back in 2018, when an overdose almost claimed her life.
100 million stories and 100 million songs. I feel stupid when I sing.
Thankfully, the pop icon fought her way back to health, and in 2020, she announced her re-emergence to the world of live performance. Her Grammy performance of Anyone was a showstopper on its surface level alone. Factor in the raw emotion of her having overcome what she overcame, and you have one of the most unique moments in the Grammys catalog.
Nobody's listening.
Number 51, Madonna, Nothing Really Matters.
When I was very young, nothing really mattered to me.
When it comes to Madonna, everything from the song itself to the visual element has to be on point.
Looking at my life, it's very clear to me.
Despite being 2 decades into her career by the time she took to the stage for 1999's Grammys, to say that she didn't miss a beat would be putting it lightly. She performed Nothing Really Matters, and when we tell you that it was a treat for the senses, we're not lying.
Nothing takes the past away, like the future.
The 6th single from her Ray of Light album truly never sounded better, and despite 1999 being a year that was packed with memorable performances, hers stood out. Number 50, Chuck Berry, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and George Thorogood, Maybelline, Roll Over Beethoven. What do you get when you combine three veritable legends of blues, rock and roll, and rhythm and blues? Well, you get one of the liveliest, most fiery musical performances to ever grace the Grammy stage. Barry, just a few years out from a series of career-derailing scandals, is in top form, delivering one of his biggest signature songs and also breaking out some of his biggest moves.
Let's go now.
Halfway through, Vaughn and Thorogood tap in to deliver some white-hot blues licks over another Barry classic. Plus, you have to give Thorogood some credit for trying out Barry's famous duck walk move. Number 49, Cynthia Erivo, Leslie Odom Jr., Ben Platt, and Rachel Zegler, In Memoriam.
Don't you love for somewhere my fault I face for us?
Oh boy, try to get through this one without reaching for the nearest box of Kleenex. This segment kicked off with a pre-recorded tribute to Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins, who'd died just weeks before. Shortly thereafter, Broadway star Ben Platt started the waterworks with a rendition of the classic West Side Story number Somewhere. The choice of song was clearly intended as an homage to the late Stephen Sondheim, who composed the show tune and had passed away in November 2021. In fitting tribute to Sondheim, Platt is eventually joined on stage by Cynthia Erivo, Leslie Odom Jr., and West Side Story remake star Rachel Zegler. The venerated composer is the last to be recognized, and man, does the Recording Academy know how to tug at the heartstrings. Number 48, Elton John and Miley Cyrus, Tiny Dancer.
Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band.
As you'll see a number of times on our list today, the Grammys truly excel at bringing together artists from across multiple generations. Case in point, this musical mashup between kindred spirits John and Cyrus. These two, who likely bonded over their shared appreciation for over-the-top outfits, delivered a duet for the ages.
Jesus freaks out in the street, handing tickets out for God.
While perhaps not the obvious choice for a duet partner over such a classic piano ballad, Cyrus puts her wailing, powerhouse vocals to admirable use. With the younger singer draped over John's piano in a show-stopping red gown, we can't help but get A Star Is Born vibes from this collaboration, which is fitting for a performance meant to pass the proverbial torch.
Hold me closer, tiny dancer, and count the red lights on the highway.
Number 47, Foo Fighters, The Pretender. Okay, are you all cried out from those last two entries? Now that we've gotten the tear-jerking piano ballads out of the way, don't worry, there will be more. Let's get to some capital R rock. The Foo Fighters, fronted by former Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl, undertook an interesting experiment for this performance. As announced by presenter and Emmy winner Jason Bateman, violinist Anne-Marie Calhoun won a contest to perform live alongside the Foo Fighters, in a part arranged by legendary Led Zeppelin bassist John Paul Jones. So yeah, Anne-Marie, no pressure. Luckily, Calhoun, the Fighters, and the performance's accompanying symphony orchestra didn't fail to bring the heat.
So who are you? Yeah, who are you? Yeah, who are you?
Number 46, Lil Nas X featuring Jack Harlow. Dead Right Now, Montero, Industry Baby.
2018, I was in my sister's house the whole summer. Songs wasn't doing numbers. Whole life was going under.
Lil Nas X, born Montero Hill, is hardly one to do things quietly and without a lot of fuss. Quite the opposite. Hill is a consummate showman and possibly one of the spokespeople of a new generation of hip-hop.
Champagne and drinking with your friends. You living it that day like an opportunity.
This 2022 performance solidified Hill's status as not only a hip-hop star on the come-up, but as one YouTube commenter put it, as a pop icon with the potential to throw a hell of a Super Bowl halftime show.
Call me when you want, call me when you need, call me in the morning, I'll be on the way.
Following a dizzy, kinetic rendition of his raunchy queer anthem Montero, Hill brought out fellow rapper Jack Harlow to perform their 2021 hit Industry Baby.
City talking, we taking notes. Tell him all to keep making posts. Wish he could, but he can't get. OG so proud of me that he choking up when we making toast.
Number 45, Alicia Keys, Songs I Wish I Wrote.
You know, music, it just, you know those songs that just live inside of you? It lives inside of me, and you just love it so much because it was done so well that you wish you wrote it. That's how I feel about these songs. I wish I wrote them.
Never let it be said that master pianist Alicia Keys can't do it all. She even hosted the telecast, taking over from the critically panned Late Late Show host James Corden. Keys pulled the gig off with aplomb, and in case you needed a succinct 7-minute refresher as to why, allow us to point you to Songs I Wish I Wrote.
I've been roaming around, always looking down into the sea. Painted faces hide the places I can't reach. You know that I could use somebody.
A light-hearted segment in which Keys paid tribute to singers and songwriters alike who had influenced her musical direction.
Girl, you know you better watch out. Some guys are only about.
The bit opened with a jaw-dropping moment in which Keys handily tackled playing Maple Leaf Rag on 2 separate pianos. When you're that talented, we don't even think you can call it showing off.
Finally, you write the song that you wish you wrote. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Nothing you can do. You're in New York.
Number 44, Herbie Hancock, Rocket. Who says you need lyrics to pull off a Grammy performance for the ages? Jazz fusion renaissance man Herbie Hancock proved that in 1984 when he brought his pioneering instrumental synth-funk hit Rocket to the award show's main stage. While Hancock's ease on the keys was clearly the main attraction, the performance also featured a holdover from the song's critically acclaimed surrealist music video. As Hancock jammed away on his guitar, he also engaged with a group of masked breakdancers, who added a certain stylistic flair to the wordless piece. The following year, Hancock won the Grammy for Best R&B Instrumental Performance, awarded for his sound system composition. Number 43, James Brown and Usher, Caught Up, Get Up, I Feel Like Being a Sex Machine.
My mama told me, be careful who you do, cause karma comes back around. Same old song.
After having previously won 2 Grammys for You Remind Me and You Don't Have to Call, the R&B heartthrob's Confessions album went diamond, winning 3 Grammys. As such, it made sense that he'd perform his contemporary hit Caught Up, showing off his electric, world-renowned dance moves in a performance that appeared to shout out Michael Jackson.
And I can't figure it out, so got me feeling this. But it seems she's got me twisted.
Much to the audience's surprise, Usher brought out James Brown, the godfather of funk himself, as a way of showing love to the acts that had inspired him. Standing back and letting Brown command the stage, Usher proved that reverence is a good look. Number 42, Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
As you've seen and will continue to see on our list today, group efforts often make for the most memorable Grammy moments, bringing together musical acts you never thought you'd see share a stage. However, this Whitney Houston solo performance is the exception that proves the rule.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe.
With only a microphone, a sequined dress, her interstellar charisma, and that unforgettable voice, Houston delivered one of the most powerful Grammy performances of the 1980s. Although Houston's rendition of the smooth jazz standard didn't win the Record of the Year award it was nominated for, it's not hard to consider listeners the true winner here. Number 41, Janet Jackson, What Have You Done For Me Lately?
Give me a beat.
After 2 of her solo albums had commercially underperformed, Jackson went back to square one and hit the studio with producer-songwriter duo Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. The resulting album, 1986's Control, established Jackson as a major force to be reckoned with in the world of pop music. What Have You Done For Me Lately, the album's first single, was nominated for Best Rhythm and Blues Song at the 29th Grammy Awards. Although it didn't win, Miss Jackson herself was granted a significant platform to make her case as a solo artist, and she more than delivered, giving a confident, effortlessly cool performance. Janet truly makes it look easy. Number 40, Taylor Swift, Cardigan, August, Willow.
Vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on, cobblestones.
For modern-day pop icon Swift, the COVID-19 pandemic was a fresh start, an opportunity for her to not only explore new sonic territory, but to rediscover her roots too. That led to the Folklore and Evermore albums that were surprise released in 2020. Those projects featured Swift working extensively with producer Aaron Dessner and showed off an appropriately folky sound that took inspiration from indie music.
'Cause I knew everything when I was young. I knew I'd curse you for the longest time.
This Grammys performance, which also features Dessner on guitar, embodies the lush, earthy aesthetic of the Folklore Evermore era, adopting visual imagery from the Cardigan music video. We think it's fair to say that Taylor knows how to put on a show.
Back when we were still changing for the better, one thing was enough. For me, it was enough.
Number 39, St. Vincent and Dua Lipa, Mass Seduction, One Kiss.
Mass seduction, I can't turn off what sends me on my seduction.
Is it getting steamy in here, or is it just us? This intimate, stripped-down performance starts with Annie St. Vincent Clarke performing a quietly raging version of her song Mass Seduction off of the album of the same name. Having won the Best Rock Song award, Clarke's live rendition of Mass Seduction is a far cry from the studio recording, which features a danceable 80s bounce.
I can't tell what sends me on seduction. I can't tell what sends me on.
If you missed that part of the song, then you'll be happy to see pop star Dua Lipa pop up halfway through and jam with Clarke on a version of her smash hit Calvin Harris collab, One Kiss.
One kiss is all it takes. Fall in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need.
Wait until the end when Clarke bangs out a rip-roaring guitar solo. Number 38. Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree?
Sometimes it feels like we're not quite giving Annie Lennox her flowers. The trailblazing performer openly defied gender norms, following in the footsteps of androgynous pioneers like David Bowie. Far from backing down to placate American television audiences, Lennox took things a step further when performing at the 26th Grammy Awards in 1984.
Hold your head up. Keep your head up. Move it on. Hold your head up. Move it on. Keep your head up. Come on, come on. Hold your head up. Move it on. Keep your head up. Move it on.
For the synth-pop band's performance of Sweet Dreams, arguably their signature song, Lennox took the stage dressed in full drag as the one and only Elvis Presley. This Grammys moment instantly solidified Lennox and Eurythmics as musical mavericks who weren't afraid to spring something new and unexpected on the recording industry.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Number 37. Beyoncé, If I Were a Boy. Look, we don't need to tell you that Queen Bee herself is one of the most formidable forces in modern-day pop music. Her intricate stagecraft, commanding choreography, and powerhouse vocals all make for a masterclass in live performance. And in case you need a concrete example of this, look no further than her 2010 Grammys gig. Accompanied by 50 backup dancers clad in riot gear, Beyoncé belted her feminist anthem as if her life depended on it. She earned her Queen title that night, winning 6 Grammys from 10 nominations. For an added bit of fun, Bee subbed in a verse from Alanis Morissette's 1995 hit, You Oughta Know. Keep an eye out for that song a little further down the line. Number 36. Metallica, One.
I can't remember anything. Can't tell if this is true or true.
As noted by host Billy Crystal, the 31st Grammy Awards ceremony in 1989 was the first time that the Recording Academy recognized heavy metal. The Academy, perhaps in an attempt to make up for lost time, enlisted groundbreaking genre pioneers Metallica to ring in metal in celebratory fashion. One of the band's signature songs, One is hardly family-friendly material, serving as a scathing indictment of the consequences of war.
Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh, please, God, wait me.
It's also hardly commercially friendly. One, as performed at the Grammys, runs over 5.5 minutes and goes through several distinct sections. Regardless, the band provided a stunning showcase for the genre and likely caused more than one audience member to realize what they'd been missing out on.
Stop it!
Number 35. Lady Gaga, Born This Way.
Just put your paws up, 'cause you were born this way, baby.
We've got to hand it to veteran showstopper Lady Gaga. She never fails to outdo herself. A few years removed from the infamous MTV VMA meat dress, Gaga went a step further when hatching the first live Born This Way performance at the 2011 Grammys. Or should we say, a step back.
She pulled my hair, put my lipstick on, in the glass of her boudoir.
Way back. Having been escorted onto the premises in an egg vessel, Gaga burst out of the egg after uttering the song's now classic intro lines. Although visually sparser and more bare bones than some of Gaga's other more maximalist efforts, the stripped-down approach was effective in capturing the song's themes.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
Could anyone but Gaga have a giant organ pop up during her performance and still not miss a beat? Number 34. MIA, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and T.I. Paper Planes, Swagga Like Us. It may sound hard to believe, but we may have Seth Rogen and James Franco to thank for this epic posse cut. That's right, British alt-rapper MIA's Paper Planes, which is sampled for the chorus of Swagga Like Us, first blew up after appearing in a trailer for the 2008 stoner comedy Pineapple Express. However, the five rappers were hardly joking around at the 2009 Grammys when MIA joined her American collaborators and performed while 9 months pregnant. Giving her electric, energetic performance of the Swagga Like Us chorus, you would almost have no idea she was expecting. Well, besides the baby bump, of course. Number 33. A Tribe Called Quest. Award Tour, Moving Backwards, We the People.
We like to say to all of those people around the world, all of those people who are pushing people who are in power to represent them, tonight we represent you.
Following the tragic, untimely 2016 death of Phife Dawg as a result of complications from diabetes, hip-hop iconoclasts A Tribe Called Quest announced that We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service would be their final album.
Without a care, when I stopped I felt lost. I'm 2 heels from the top tier, what it take to be boss.
Accompanied by hip-hop royalty Busta Rhymes and Consequence, Quest's performance at the 2017 Grammys was a fitting send-off to a monumentally important group within the genre. In keeping up with their biting, socially conscious lyrics, Rhymes delivered a devastating diss to President Donald Trump.
I want to thank President Agent Orange for your unsuccessful attempt at the Muslim ban. When we come together, we the people, we the people, we the people, we the people.
Meanwhile, group member Q-Tip dedicated the performance to the audience, as well as to their fallen bandmate. Any other hip-hop fans tearing up?
All of our bad folk, you must go. Fight go!
The fog and the smog of the media that logs false narratives of God that came up against the odds.
Number 32. Kendrick Lamar featuring Bono, The Edge, and Dave Chappelle. X-Rated, DNA, New Freezer, King's Dead.
Yesterday I got a call like from my dog like 101. Said the cutest only son because of insufficient fun. He was sobbing, he was mobbing, way belligerent and drunk. Talking out his head philosophy, know what the Lord had done.
Speaking of hip-hop, we can't think of anyone to carry the baton passed down by A Tribe Called Quest than Firebrand California megastar Kendrick Lamar. The Grammy and Pulitzer Prize winner performed a series of hits from his 2017 album Damn, which also won the Grammy for Best Rap Album that night.
I live a break life. This is my heritage, all I'm inheriting. Money and power to make a marriages. Tell me something, you can't tell me nothing. I'd rather die than to listen to you.
This spellbinding, literally kaleidoscopic performance found Lamar tackling familiar themes in his usual, no-holds-barred fashion, featuring spoken monologues by comic Dave Chappelle and additional contributions from U2's Bono and The Edge. Lamar brought a socio-political edge to the Grammys that made the world take notice.
He wants some left with new Billies again. I want some tough like two sets of twins. Twin, yeah, yeah.
Number 31. Bob Dylan, Lovesick.
Walking with you and
This late-period love song by the man who's been called the spokesman of a generation proves that, unlike some of his contemporaries, Dylan's output has remained strong, even as he's entered his golden years. This 1998 performance, off the Album of the Year winning Time Out of Mind, is almost more notable for an incident that occurred halfway through than for the song itself.
I watch them till they're gone. They leave me hanging on to a shadow.
Michael Portnoy, a visual artist and one of Dylan's background dancers, not a job we'd expect to exist, made himself the star of the show by interrupting the singer's performance to do an impromptu jig. While shirtless, with the words "soy bomb" painted on his chest, Dylan, ever the professional, gave Portnoy an ocular pat-down before security escorted the dancer off stage.
I'm sick of love. I'm lovesick.
Number 30. Alanis Morissette, You Oughta Know. The word performance doesn't quite do this number justice. It's more like a confessional. In lieu of dramatic staging or flashy choreography, Alanis Morissette just sits on a stool, opens her mouth, and lets You Oughta Know sing for itself.
Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby?
To say it paid off would be putting it lightly. Morissette's signature vocal fry ensures the ballad hits all the right emotional notes and more. Then again, by the time she performed, Morissette had already won 2 Grammys that night. She'd go on to win another 2 that evening, including Album of the Year. With all that in mind, it's no wonder this jagged little pill goes down smoothly. Number 29. Ricky Martin, The Cup of Life. From the moment Ricky Martin makes his over-the-top entrance, it's clear that Grammy audiences are in for something special.
Now is the time, don't ever stop, push it along.
As if to prove it, this performance almost single-handedly turned Martin from an underground hit into a household name. And for good reason. Everything from the vocals to the instrumentation to Martin's own physicality brims with just the right amount of flair. At a certain point, you can practically feel how much fun they're having. In fact, Martin's performance left such a strong impression, it's often credited for helping popularize Latin music worldwide. Considering its long-lasting impact on the industry, a standing ovation is definitely in order. Number 28. Annie Lennox and Hozier, I Put a Spell on You, Take Me to Church. It's really saying something when Hozier's Grammy-nominated Take Me to Church is only the appetizer to the main event. During the final verse of his performance, legendary soul singer Annie Lennox joins in for a dazzling assist. If those harmonies somehow don't cut it, the number then transitions into a once-in-a-lifetime rendition of I Put a Spell on You. As you'd expect from a name like that, the results are practically enchanting. The way Lennox controls her voice, the stage, and the crowd all at once is truly a marvel to behold. Grammy or no Grammy, this chill-inducing duet is one for the history books. Number 27. Kesha, Camila Cabello, Cyndi Lauper, Julia Michaels, Andra Day, and Bebe Rexha, Praying. Based on the lineup of talent, this performance is unskippable on precedent alone. Kesha assembled a powerhouse of female vocalists, both up-and-comers and industry veterans, to surround her as she took to the stage for Praying.
'Cause you brought the flames and you put me through hell. I had to learn how to fight for myself.
And yes, it's as jaw-dropping as it sounds. Kesha's empowered singing is the very definition of stirring, especially when supported by a chorus of her peers. By the time they all join in for some electric harmonies, we'd bet there wasn't a single dry eye left in the audience. The Grammys have seen a lot of moving acts over the years, but this group interpretation of Praying is one that will never be replicated. Number 26, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. No amount of set decoration or impressive effects can distract from how effortlessly Billie Eilish rocks a live performance. Thanks to her unshakable vocals, this iteration of Happier Than Ever has both style and substance to spare.
Read my interviews or do.
There's thunder, there's lightning, there's actual rain, and there's more raw emotion than we've ever seen from Eilish before. She delivers each lyric with so much composure, it's hard to decide whether you should respectfully watch on or rock out alongside her. The answer is actually both, or at least that's what the Grammys audience decided, waiting until the final note to burst into a deserving roar of applause. Number 25, Melissa Etheridge and Joss Stone, Piece of My Heart. It's hard to imagine any one song could ever sum up the legacy of someone like Janis Joplin, and yet this rousing tribute comes pretty darn close. Joss Stone's impeccable belt has all the gravitas you'd expect from a performance of this magnitude. But when paired with Melissa Etheridge's signature raspiness, the song goes from great to iconic. The key to its success is that, despite the tragic circumstances, neither singer dips into melodrama. Stone and Etheridge didn't remember Janis Joplin with a eulogy. They honored her with a full-on Grammy-style celebration. We can't think of a higher note to go out on. Number 24, Kendrick Lamar and Imagine Dragons, Mad City, Radioactive. At the start, you'd be forgiven for thinking this is a solo act. After all, Imagine Dragons are already stealing the show with Radioactive when, out of nowhere, Kendrick Lamar appears in a plume of smoke.
Brace yourself, I take you on the trip down memory lane. This is not a rap, I'm slinging crack on cocaine.
Of course, he comes with a few beats of his own too. Cue one of the sickest raps in Grammy history. Radioactive and Mad City don't seem like they'd mesh well together, but somehow the songs mix into a high-energy beat that has the whole room on their feet.
Every time I'm in the street, I say,
The message is loud and clear. This is the collaboration none of us knew we needed. Number 23, Aretha Franklin, Nessun Dorma. Minutes into the 40th annual Grammy Awards, one of their planned performers fell seriously ill. But as they say, the show must go on. The Grammys needed someone who could deliver a broadcast-level performance with a split-second notice.
Within my heart, my secret life.
AKA, they needed Aretha Franklin. Moments later, the Queen of Soul stepped on stage and showed everyone why she's one of the best. Keep in mind, Nessun Dorma is an opera song, and the arrangement wasn't written in her key either. It's a true testament to Franklin's natural talent that, despite those hurdles, you still can't tell this is unrehearsed. Suffice it to say, Aretha Franklin earned a whole lot of respect that night. Number 22, Christina Aguilera, Lil Kim, Maya, and Pink with Patti LaBelle and Missy Elliott, Lady Marmalade. In 2001, Moulin Rouge brought together 4 of the best singers in the business for an inspired take on Lady Marmalade.
Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, flow, sister. Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, flow.
At the following Grammys, Christina Aguilera, Lil Kim, Maya, and Pink reunited for a performance that deserves to be seen for itself. The incomparable energy of this live act puts the studio version to shame. Especially since they got Missy Elliott and Patti LaBelle to join in, the latter of whom appears in the second half just to show off. Not that we're complaining. Altogether, the 44th Grammy Awards were treated to a musical tour de force that you won't find anywhere else. Number 21. LL Cool J, Queen Latifah, Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, and many, many more. 50 years of hip-hop. In order to properly celebrate half a century of the hip-hop genre, the Grammys brought out all of the stops.
Push me, call up to the
And we do mean all of them. Across the near 15-minute spectacle, several iconic hip-hop artists hit the stage, including Run DMC, Ice-T, Salt-N-Pepa, Method Man. You get the point. Seriously, we'd be here all day if we listed them all. The medley is a total embarrassment of riches, showcasing the very best that hip-hop has to offer. Whether you're an old-school fan or a total newbie, there's a little bit for everyone here.
It's getting hot in, so take a bud, lady.
After such a mesmerizing achievement, we're confident saying no one will be forgetting hip-hop anytime soon. Number 20, Shania Twain, Man, I Feel Like a Woman. The best part of performing at the Grammys is the prerogative to have a little fun. And this prominent country artist did just that.
Let's go, girls.
Rocking a striking outfit and plenty of personality, Twain boasts an arresting control of the stage that has the audience in an uproar before the song even hits the chorus.
Man, I feel like a woman.
With an assist from an equally energetic band and an impossibly catchy tune, there's simply no denying this number's pure, stylish fun. It's also an incredibly fitting song choice for the ceremony dubbed the Grammy Year of Women, since every artist nominated for Album of the Year was female. Twain herself was up for the prestigious award, and after a showing like this, we see why. Number 19, The White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, Death Letter. It's impossible not to tap your toe to the legendary opening riff of this musical duo's trademark anthem, but the song itself isn't even the best part of this bold act. While the seamless transition into the heavier Death Letter is also a highlight, what really steals the show is when the lyrics fade out entirely. In an unforgettable sequence, the garage rock band treats us to a guitar and drum duet that's up there with some of the greatest rock and roll performances of all time. It's a headbanging number that rests not just on the excellent songs, but the musical talents of its artists. Number 18, Gorillaz, Madonna and De La Soul, Feel Good Inc., Hung Up. It shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone that the Queen of Pop always delivers, but when you back her up with the virtual band Gorillaz and throw in rap trio De La Soul for good measure, you have the recipe for an iconic performance. Madonna struts the stage like she owns it, and the stellar mashup of her ABBA-inspired hit with Feel Good Inc. matches her electric enthusiasm. It's impossible to look away as the pop icon gives it her all, dancing first amid the virtual projections, then live dancers. Number 17, Amy Winehouse, You Know I'm No Good, Rehab. Before she'd take home Record of the Year later in the evening, this soulful singer delivered a combo of her iconic hits without the benefit of the official Grammys stage. Broadcasting live from London didn't seem to slow her down one bit though, and her signature vocal flair proved she was worthy of her future honor. There's an authentic quality to Winehouse's delivery that elevates any of her performances, although in this case, the snazzy costumes and jazz aesthetic didn't hurt either.
Just try to make me go to rehab. I won't go.
It seems she didn't need the Grammy audience to hype her up, although we'd expect nothing less from someone with this much talent. Number 16, Beyoncé, Love Drought, Sandcastles. To call this 9-minute sensory spectacle memorable would be a major understatement. Dazzling costumes, powerful direction, and Beyoncé's unmatched vocals are just the start. There's an undeniable cinematic quality here that single-handedly raised the bar for what a musical performance could be. If all that wasn't impressive enough, she accomplished all of this while pregnant with twins.
Every promise don't work out that way.
The focus on motherhood is inspiring, especially given her candid costume and intimate expression of love. It's ambitious in every sense of the word, and we may never see anything quite like it grace the Grammy stage ever again. Number 15, Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven. Most would take the Grammys as an opportunity to take a live show to the next level, but in a night full of bombastic performances, it's the reserved ones that truly stand out. Letting the music speak for itself, Clapton and company sit solemnly, playing with the brutal sadness the song deserves.
If I saw you in heaven.
Clapton decidedly avoids any stage antics that would take away from the emotional weight of the song, especially considering the many preceding losses in Clapton's life that inspired it. Always the epitome of class, the tuxedo-clad Clapton nails every note, and ends the song with a quick little bow, skipping the usual accolades, which, although deserved, would damage the effect of the performance.
I don't belong.
Number 14, Prince and Beyoncé, Purple Rain, Baby I'm a Star, Let's Go Crazy, Crazy in Love. It's a treat anytime either of these legendary artists take the stage, but that's nothing compared to when you put them together.
Only wanna see that purple rain.
Their collaboration at the 2004 ceremony is everything we wanted and more, with all the style, flair, and personality befitting a union of two of the industry's top players. Their harmonies at the end of Purple Rain are iconic enough, but amazingly, the number continues to top itself again and again with each transition before culminating in a final stretch that's downright cathartic. The medley is an excellent blend of each artist's style, but with this much raw stage power, we would have been happy even if they sang Happy Birthday. Number 13, Mariah Carey, If It's Over. The 1992 Grammys showcased this acclaimed 5-octave singer at her absolute best. Her expert navigation of each riff, breath, and belt is a masterclass of musical technique. But beyond the impressive technical aspects lies an emotionally charged expression that has weight behind each note and movement. There's an impeccable build-up and release that rests solely on Carey's shoulders, but she proved up to the task with a staggering display of talent and skill. This is more than just a vocally complex number. It's a true performance, and in under 4 minutes, manages to encompass why Carey is one of the greats. Number 12, Bruce Springsteen, Dave Grohl, and Elvis Costello, London Calling. When a monumentally influential artist dies, it sends ripples through the music world, but it also unites people in the industry. When The Clash's Joe Strummer died, the punk world lost a giant, but when it came time to honor him, the result was intense.
From the faraway towns,
With the ferocity of fellow Brit Elvis Costello, the youthful energy of Dave Grohl, and passionate delivery by Bruce Springsteen, the performance had enough grit and attitude to make the late strummer proud. Springsteen's appearance made the tribute all the more touching, as he was both heavily inspired and admired by the late strummer, making Springsteen the ideal artist to give this grandfather of punk a final send-off. Number 11. Christina Aguilera. It's a man's world. Once the fog clears on Aguilera's entrance, there's a refreshing simplicity to the proceedings. No dancing, no elaborate lighting, just Aguilera, her voice, and a spectacular tribute to the legendary James Brown. There's no need for anything else when her physicality and commanding vocals fill up the auditorium, matching the intense power of Brown's hit single. It's clear even before she falls to her knees that Aguilera is giving it her all. Powerful is the word that comes to mind here, especially for the final note that takes Bringing the House Down to new heights. Number 10. Beyoncé and Tina Turner. Proud Mary. It would be pretty hard to top a live performance dancing with your husband, but a duet with your idol might just do the trick. After giving a tribute to all the talented women that inspired her career, Beyoncé introduces Turner as the magical woman who embodied everything they stood for.
Stand on your feet and give it up for the queen!
Returning the favor, Turner calls her back on stage to duet on Proud Mary, with a contagious sense of fun flowing from the stage. Looking on like a proud mother, Turner belts her heart out as Beyoncé does all she can to impress her. Thanks to some epic dance moves and an over-the-top back-and-forth performance, with the pair perfectly in sync from top to bottom, this showstopper was a perfect passing of the torch. Number 9. Kanye West and Daft Punk. Stronger, Hey Mama. Say what you will about his ego, but when it comes to putting on a performance, few can hold a candle to Kanye West. West starts his set on a somber note, performing a bare-bones rendition of Hey Mama in tribute to his recently deceased mother.
Mama, you know I love you so, I never let you go.
After wiping away the tears, West switches to party mode, going right into Stronger. But this version has a twist. Instead of just rapping over his original sample, West does one better, getting the real Daft Punk to perform alongside him instead, with their tour pyramid along for the ride. The club-style neon lighting and West's glow-in-the-dark inspired attire made this a complete package worthy of Grammy history. Number 8. Radiohead, 15 Step. It's impressive what some bands can do with access to just a little extra production value. When it came time to perform 15 Step, Radiohead didn't go for theatrics or parlor tricks to take their set to the next level. Instead, they decided to enhance the song itself, enlisting the help of a college marching band for a drumline, brass, and additional vocals. They took a simple song and fleshed it out to make something unbelievably brilliant. With some creepy yet hypnotic dance moves from Tom York, impressive choreography by the already busy musicians, and a set that kept the sound at the forefront, this performance let Radiohead show what they can do with some musical assistance. Number 7. Kendrick Lamar. The Blacker the Berry, All Right, Untitled 3. Kendrick Lamar is no stranger to shocking Grammy performances, so when he wanted to send a message across the country, he knew where to do it. When Lamar shuffled on stage in rags, it was clear something distinctly different was happening.
Once I finish this, if you listen, then sure you will agree. Been feeling this way since I was 16, come to my senses.
Lamar starts his medley in a prison scene, chained along with his inmates and band playing from their cells, immediately making his message loud and clear. Telling the African-American story, the performance is blunt and visceral, going from prison to a tribal bonfire. Every line echoes with the pain in Lamar's heart, and he spits each verse with reckless abandon, closing on a picture of Compton written on a map of Africa, leaving viewers with a lot to think about. Number 6. Daft Punk, Stevie Wonder, Pharrell Williams, and Nile Rodgers. Get Lucky. Daft Punk are about as mysterious as it comes, but it still seemed a little strange when they didn't show up on stage for their second TV performance ever. But after a groovy opening by Pharrell, Stevie Wonder, and Nile Rodgers, the robots appear from behind the veil to carry the song into its next chorus, dropping samples from throughout their career along the way. The set switches to a party when they start mixing in Rodgers' track Le Freak and Wonder's Another Star, turning it into the most impassioned jam session between artists ever to see the stage. Thanks to the contagiously fun collaboration and musicianship, the track was one that got everyone dancing, from Beyoncé to the Beatles. Number 5. Pink, Glitter in the Air. Even for an artist known for pushing the envelope, we think she outdid herself here. What begins as a stirring ballad soon grows into an empowering, innovative anthem as Pink strips nearly naked and hangs from the ceiling.
Have you ever thrown a fistful of glitter in the air?
Impressively, she maintains smooth vocals even as she's dipped in water and is left spinning mid-air. As technically impressive as it is captivating to behold, this act is a testament to the artist's unwavering creative spirit that defines why she's so popular to this day. Lyrical, dazzling, and historic, it's safe to say no one ever has, or will, dangle and sing as well as this. Number 4. Eminem and Elton John. Stan. Some collaborations don't have to make sense, they just work. Eminem's dark and disturbing Stan had enough story and visual lyrics alone to make it notable, but some artists are never satisfied.
Dear Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom.
Eminem's performance mixes music video recreations with theatrics to make the song come to life in a whole new way. He doesn't stop there though. At the first chorus, right when the Dido sample should come in, a curtain comes up revealing Elton John at the piano, both playing the instrumental and singing the vocals.
But she's gone cold and wondering why I got out of bed at all.
It made for a show-stopping performance from a collaboration that no one expected, outdoing the original song in one swoop. Number 3. Adele, Rolling in the Deep. If you have one of the most recognizable singles in decades, it's sometimes best to just give the crowd what they want. Hitting the stage in style, Adele turned back time and gave a performance like a classic crooner.
We could have had it all, rolling in the deep.
Opening on a beautiful a cappella intro, the lights drop before revealing a full band and backup singers to fill out the sound on an already huge track. Adele stays center stage behind her mic stand the entire song, but doesn't let that stop her from commanding the crowd and putting every ounce of emotion into the performance, nailing every note along the way. Number 2. Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. We could fill a whole list of Houston's Grammy appearances alone. But if we had to choose just one, there's no question which is the greatest. In a performance nothing less than extraordinary, Houston's enchanting voice makes it seem like the song was written for her.
That is all I am taking with me.
Just when you think she's at the edge of her range, she effortlessly belts out another chorus with enough conviction to leave your jaw clean on the floor. but the song only continues to swell, and even after all these years, the mesmerizing finale never fails to give us chills. After a performance like that, a standing ovation doesn't feel like enough. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror. Leave it to the king of pop to deliver the best show the stage has seen for decades to come. Opening on his infamous dance moves to a swung version of The Way You Make Me Feel, Jackson doesn't stop moving, using the entire stage, often all by himself. After a moonwalking solo that blows his fellow dancers out of the water, Jackson switches to a seemingly minimalist rendition of Man in the Mirror. But when Michael arrives at the key change, the song hits its climax as a full gospel choir joins in, and Jackson delivers one last memorable moment, falling to his knees and belting out the remainder of this 10-minute-long epic, cementing him in Grammy history. Which Grammy performance blew you away? Are there any we missed? Be sure to let us know in the comments.